Hi, today I'm going to talk about Gemini 3.1 Pro. Is it really that good? Let's look at the pros and the cons of this Gemini 3.1 Pro, which is recently just announced by Google. Is already launched. Okay, so Gemini 3.1 Pro, is already available. And let's look at the benchmark. Okay, the benchmark. This is the benchmark. It seems like Gemini 3.1 Pro, right, is a lot better in terms of the benchmark results. The performance are a lot better. But however, you see all these things are all higher than others. Okay, higher than other competitors. Okay, like Opus, GPT, Gemini 3 performance is a lot higher. But there's a but. Look at this. GDP for AA low. Okay. 1317 versus Opus 4.6 1606. This is a very, very important benchmark we need to consider. By the way, those who doesn't know about GDP valve AA low, what does it do? It's about reasoning. Okay, let me show you what does GDP is. It actually measures the reasoning ability. It does the facial accuracy, it evaluates facial accuracy, instruction following, helpfulness, safety compliance, and multi-turn compositional coherence. And then it's also used for, in chess, right? This Gemini 3.1 Pro will be actually losing because its reasoning is worse. It will lose. And let's look at the explanation. What does GDP valve AA low benchmark does? It's an evaluation system to measure how well large language models perform in multi-tone dialogue and assistance in competition, comparison, and all that. So it's a pairing generative dialogue pairwise validation. The model compared side by side. This one, Gemini 3.1 Pro will definitely lose because it's lesser. Okay, so two model responses compared side by side, and then evaluator human or AI judge will choose the better one. So in Gemini 3.1 Pro, the benchmark result is lesser than Opus. Chess, they will lose. Okay, they will lose. You see, lesser. So that okay, in terms of helpfulness, quality, correctness, safety, reasoning, all these are very important. And then the results is worse than other competitors. Is really not good. Okay, scoring answers individually, all the answers may not be accurate and all that. So there is a bit of concern. Okay, see, I told a system corresponding prompt. Okay, human versus assistant. Yeah. So ELO benchmark is about like competitive chess ranking. But I talk about chess. Okay, so each model start your base rating and then all that. So basically that I just wanted you guys to know that this is a very important benchmark, but it's not doing well. Okay, it's not doing well on Gemini 3.1 Pro. Okay, although the rest it seems like it's better, but this is a very important thing. It's an expert task. We need a lot of expert tasks in the AI in helping us. Okay, so basically that they said that okay, 3.1 Pro is intelligent. Okay, let's look at the result. 3 Pro, the image request prompt. The result seems like this is a lot better. Okay, this seems like a lot better. the eyes turning, following the cursor and all that. Okay. So it seems like images is correct, but there's a but, there's a but. Do you know that these images, some of the image are being prompted by using numbers. Do you know that? Okay, numbers. Okay, let me show you. Gemini 3.1 Pro and its predecessor, Gemini 3, is actually using color to number mapping. Okay, special types like A, R, C, A, G, I, to abstractions, reasoning on these things. So, solving puzzles and all that, they're using color coding method, even color codes. Okay, in Python also, defining grids in Python, like 0 is white, 1 is blue, 2 is red, and all that. Visual reasonings and coding, and color coding in the UX, website design, all these things, color codes. Okay, so yeah, basically there's like reasoning in terms of numbers to color code. But there's a but. Is it really that good using numbers to color coding? Let's look at what a professor of AI, who is a well-known figure who does AI research. Her name is Melanie Mitchell. They say she and her group, right, found that numbers representing colors in the input can be used by LM to find unintended arithmetic patterns that can lead to accidental correct solutions. So the result can be accidental correct solutions, but it's not really correct solutions in some aspects. So there's a concern. They say that if they were to change the encoding from numbers to other kinds of symbols, the accuracy actually goes down. Okay, accuracy goes down. So this is actually not that good. Yeah, in terms of using numbers to generate out the colors, image. Yeah. So there's a bit of concern on this. Then let's look at those other users. So how they are testing on the new Gemini 3.1 Pro, the reviews. Let's look at it. Okay, I'm looking at rate data. So you see this user plain only 270 for code and creative writing. Coding wise is clean, but writing reports, stories, and research papers is very poor. Gemini 3.1 Pro is lack of writing ability. I agree, because as I told you, in terms of expertise, it is poor. Okay, expertise is poor. Definitely, writing is poor. You need expertise in terms of writing. Yeah, it's really poor in this result. Okay. Yeah, expert task. Okay, expert task. You need to write research papers on all these things. You cannot rely on Gemini 3.1 Pro. Opus will be a better result. Okay, Opus. Yeah, writing is definitely poor. Creative writing and all that is a bit limited, definitely. Writing, yeah, narrative, the quality, result, and explanation. Yeah, so basically that. Okay, see, and then they say Opus 4.6 and so much are the best. It's because definitely in terms of creative writing and programming, these are expert tasks. Definitely they are higher. You see the result. This is higher. Sonnet, Opus 4.6 have definitely higher. These two are the highest in terms of it. You want research writing content. Use this Sonnet and Opus. Okay, Opus 4.6 and Sonnet 4.6. Okay, yeah. Okay, programming and creative writing. So reports and all that, research papers, academic papers, essays, and all that writing. Okay, yeah, basically that. So let's look at what other things. I see some bad reviews. Okay. They say it's wow. Some say it's lazy. Uh, faster road. It says that it's a basic search engine. It takes a faster road. If you want a more complex, high various narrative context, you have to use others lah. Okay. Technical. Okay, this guy used Gemini 3.1 versus Claude.net, right? Using a technical exclusive abstraction narrative. Gemini help the person build a world with first person POV, complex and navigation and all that. Claude actually hit a safety wall and refused to write the story. Okay, couldn't distinguish between the fictional, firewall, and literal instructions. Okay, so that. Okay, let's look at the result. Okay, science fiction, stress testing. Okay, 3.1 Pro versus Claude. Okay, so this is the prompt of yeah, the prompt. Okay, and then it comes out with the result of the images. Claude doesn't really work. Okay, doesn't really work. Okay, it is. So Claude Sonnet is a bit safety conscious. Yeah, safety conscious. So that is the problem. Okay, safety conscious. There you go. So strange, right? So there's a pros and cons of each model, each system, and all that. Okay, so and then someone says that this is a bit slow. I agree actually. It's a bit slow. And then Opus is definitely very good. Opus 4.6. Uh yeah, Opus 4.6 actually win actually. And then in terms of the token wise, right, you actually use a lot. Gemini 3.1 Pro. Okay. It use up a lot of your tokens. It costs you money. Yeah. Okay. So that okay, just some examples of what are some users reviews and Melanie, professor on AI researcher, her comments on the systems. Okay, and on the maths thing, this is very important. Yeah, expert task. Yeah, expert task because you're doing a lot of things that require expert task. So that is a bit of concern. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll just end it with here. Okay, so basically that, and I hope you find it useful on this video on Gemini 3.1 Pro review. If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.